Hey, what's up guys? I'm BTC. If you are tired of cheaters ruining your games in Overwatch, I got some pretty good news for you. Actually, it's a couple of things. So first up is Blizzard did another one of their ban waves. This happened last week. There was people on like Reddit and different cheating forums and stuff like that all complaining about how their accounts got banned and like, oh, I only used it one time and blah, you know, that sort of stuff. But they're gone right now. And basically what these ban waves are is Blizzard will spend a month or two or however long they determine to do it, and they will collect as much data as they can, figure out who they believe is cheating, and then all at once they ban those people. Now, this doesn't get rid of all of the cheaters in the game, but a nice sizable chunk of them are now gone. The second thing is not from Blizzard, it's actually from the government of South Korea. Now, whenever you use a cheat program or something in a game, you're breaking the terms of service with that company. And that company can then choose to sever ties with you by basically banning your account and preventing you from playing that or any of their other games that they want. But it's not illegal. Now, they can kind of go after you in a civil court in some cases, depending on where you are and, you know, what exactly you're doing. But for the most part, companies are content to simply ban you, and then that's it. They just, you know, wash their hands of it, and that's it. But in South Korea, esports is huge. It is like absolutely massive. It is on a scale that no other country really can come close to. And esports in South Korea was popular well before it was anywhere else in the world, like America and Europe, and we're just now beginning to kind of catch up to where South Korea is. Like, in the United States, if there's an NFL star or an NBA star or something like that, they're considered to be hugely popular, a big celebrity, that sort of stuff. But for the esports and the gamers and stuff in America and Europe, you're still kind of like unknown. It's still a niche thing. But in South Korea, the esports stars are just that. They are huge, incredibly popular stars, big-time celebrities. And like I said, they're just way ahead of everybody else. And because the esports is so important to South Korea, they've actually taken steps to protect it. Quick story time. I've always been really interested in competitive gaming. As a kid, it was the Nintendo World Championships. As I got older, I remember reading in like PC Gamer or GamePro or something like that about a player named Fatality who was competing in these tournaments and making a lot of money off of it, and it was just awesome. Now flash forward to 2005 when I was in the army. I had to go to South Korea for a couple of months for a mission. Now, me and everybody in my company, we had to stay in tents, and we didn't have any shower stuff there or anything, no running water, so we had to use the barracks for the South Korean soldiers. And I remember going in there one time, and I saw one of the South Korean soldiers watching TV. He was like on guard duty or something like that. And I saw him watching a StarCraft tournament. And I was like, what is this? Like, it was a whole channel dedicated to esports, to gaming, and it just blew my mind. And this was years and years ahead of like any really major stuff going on in America. I mean, we had stuff, but it wasn't at that level, right? Like, only just recently, in the last year or two, have we actually seen competitive esports on regular TV. Usually it's like ESPN2 or something like that. But we'll have really gigantic CSGO, Dota, or LoL tournaments that will show up, but it's only for like an hour or maybe 2 hours or something like that. I mean, we are so far behind South Korea in the esports hype, it's not even funny. In South Korea, esports have been considered kind of mainstream entertainment for a long time. And just now, in the rest of the world, is it starting to really break out of that whole stigma, niche market kind of place. So after hearing all that, it shouldn't really come as much of a surprise to hear that South Korea has passed an amendment to one of their laws that is meant to promote gaming and esports. And what this law says is anyone who manufactures or distributes any sort of cheating program, hacking program that violates a game's terms of service is now directly illegal. And before, where the company could just try to take some sort of civil action, now the country, the government of South Korea, will actually place criminal charges on people that create or distribute any sort of cheat software. And that cheat program can be anything from aimbots to wall hacks, bunny hopping scripts, whatever it is. If it violates the terms of service for the game, it is now a criminal offense to manufacture or distribute that program. And the punishment is up to 5 years in jail and or a $43,000 fine. Now, this law will only directly affect people that live in South Korea, but it will indirectly affect pretty much everybody else around the world who plays any sort of competitive game. Because a lot of the cheat programs, the hacks and stuff, come from South Korea. They're made there. Because esports is so popular there and there's so much competition, that's where most of the actual hacking programs come from. And now it's going to be a lot more difficult for the people making those programs to actually get them out to the people that they want to sell them to, because they're not going to be able to just put up a website and sell the program from it, because it would be like selling any other illegal service or any other illegal product online. If you try to do that, then the government of South Korea is going to look at you and they're going to try to come after you just like you were selling anything else that was illegal. So the number of people that are willing to actually manufacture these cheat programs is going to go down by quite a bit. While I think that the South Korean government is probably going to focus on the people that are actually making the hacks, the other part of this law also allows them to go after people that are distributing it. So if it's being put on a website or forum or Reddit or whatever, then that's distribution of this illegal program. I mean, technically, giving it to your friend on a USB drive would be illegal under this law because you're distributing it to someone else. Now, I don't think that they're gonna, go after you trying to, give it to your friend or anything like that, but this will, again, cut down on the amount of cheats that are available. Now, I don't see this kind of law being applied in really any other country anytime soon. I mean, if I had to take a guess at what country might do something similar to this, my only guess would be maybe Japan, because the gaming industry is pretty big there. But I don't really know. But for everywhere else, like, America and Europe and stuff, I just don't see this, because none of those countries really seem to think that esports is that big of a deal right now. But again, in South Korea, it's huge and it's really important. So that's why they're willing to do this. Now, I've run into a bunch of cheaters while playing Overwatch. Let me know if you guys have as well in the comment section below, and also tell me what you think about this new South Korean law that actually criminalizes the creation of these cheating and hack programs. But that is going to be about it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe, because there's lots more Overwatch on the channel. Remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.